Nets take on money. The Brooklyn Nets are in the most nascent stages of a rebuild, still breaking down the old core of their roster. They've started moving off players like Dennis Schroeder and Dorian Finney-Smith, but they can land a major draft asset by accepting both the Beal and Nurkic contracts, while also moving on from the worst contract on their books right now. Beal is averaging 17.5 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 3.3 assists this season, and will likely be used sparingly this season to ensure the Nets can maximize their draft selection. Nurkic likely will get a chance to prove his value after averaging 8.6 points and 9.2 rebounds this season, angling him for a potential off-season trade when he'll be on an expiring contract. The Nets forego future cap space by taking these players in a pre-agency move, as there don't appear to be many top-line free agents hitting the market in 2025. Beal could be a great mentor to Cam Thomas and help the team be competitive next season amidst draft uncertainty. Nurkic isn't long for the team, but playing in New York is something Beal would agree to as he helps the team re-establish itself in relevancy, opening the door for a contract extension, albeit of a much smaller dollar value. Underscore 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 underscore. The Raptors get assets and maintain flexibility. The Toronto Raptors have no reason to be active on the trade market at all unless it's to find value from other contending teams looking to make upgrades. They value their short-term flexibility to have the opportunity to build around Scotty Barnes, so they wouldn't be amicable to taking on Beal's contract, and Beal likely wouldn't want to move to a new country and would veto this as a destination. Instead, they send 3 veterans who aren't in their future plans to the Heat, while landing Ben Simmons' massive expiring contract from the Nets. He's averaging XX this season, showing signs of life, and as a potential winning player down the line. For now, the Raptors can either offer him a contract buyout so Simmons can contribute to a winner, or keep him until his $40.3 million comes off the books in the summer. They land 2 second-round picks for their troubles and guaranteed salary flexibility if they want to make a run at free agents like Brandon Ingram to give Barnes and RJ Barrett a competitive co-star next season. It's a low-risk deal with a guaranteed reward, so the Raptors are incentivized to agree. Caitlin Clark is a victim of a crime the victim never has to answer. Fans outraged as journalist demands public statement on accused stalker. Caitlin Clark is a victim of a crime the victim never has to answer. Fans outraged as journalist demands public statement on accused stalker. Earlier this month, Caitlin Clark was the victim of a stalking situation by a 55-year-old man in Indiana. As this situation continues to unfold in court, fans sounded off on a journalist for her take on the situation. Over the past year, Clark has shown a consistency in rarely talking about off-court issues. She prefers to keep her focus on things she can control, most notably her WNBA career. During a recent episode of the On Her Turf show, Natalie Esquire touched on Caitlin Clark and the situation she currently finds herself in. She went on to say she hopes the Indiana Fever star speaks publicly about the incident sometime in the future. After the clip hit social media, fans were quick to come at Esquire for the remark. "I would never want Caitlin to speak on this, especially considering how traumatic it can be for her. If she needs to talk, it should only be in court," one fan said. Other fans brought up how Esquire is a reporter who has always spoken out about Clark since joining the WNBA. "Natalie is really uncomfortable talking positively about Caitlin Clark," another fan said. "Natalie always picks on Clark," said one fan. "That woman will hate on Caitlin forever. Honestly, it's almost comical at this point," one fan said. Caitlin Clark's stalker held on $50,000 bail. Earlier this week, the man arrested for stalking Caitlin Clark had his initial hearing in court. Things did not start off well for him, as the judge quickly had to implore him to stop talking following remarks he made entering the courtroom. According to reports, the Texas man was held on $50,000 bail. He was also ordered to stay away from both venues the Indiana Fever play at, along with having no contact with the All-Star guard. Lewis was ordered held on $50,000 bail, and Davis ordered him to stay away from Indianapolis basketball arenas Gainbridge Fieldhouse and Hinkle Fieldhouse, where Clark and the Indiana Fever play their home games, and to not have any contact with the reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year. As far as the final punishment goes, the man is reportedly facing multiple years in prison and a fine of around $10,000.